Talk about the success that you guys had last season. What do you take away from that, and what are you looking to improve upon for 2016 for this Bulldog football team?
Last season we were 7-4, and we were pretty good last season, but we went back this year and watched film on what we did wrong last year, and that's what we've been improving on over the summer.
As far as some of the positions go, what are some of the positions and what are some of the guys, who are some of the guys, I should say, that are going to be stepping up and taking bigger roles for this New Haven team in 2016?
This year we have a new guy, Whitney Harris. He's going to step up at a receiver's position, and also Kentrell Thomas, he's a sophomore. He's going to play a big role at the receiver position for me this year on offense.
When you take a look at the quarterback position, you started half the games your sophomore year, all the games last year. As a leader for this offense, what are some of the things you're trying to impart on the younger guys to get them ready for Friday night action here in the 2016 season?
I just tell them all the time, just be who you are. Don't get caught up in the hype, and just keep working hard, be humble, and just be yourself.
If there's one thing that's going to contribute to your success as a Bulldog football team in 2016, what is it? What's the key for this team?
Just every year, our offensive and defensive line. That's what we work on most of the summer. And them guys have came a long way since last year, and I believe that they're going to do really good this year.
I think 7-4 last year, if I recall correctly. How do you build off that? What do you take away from last season that's going to allow you to improve on that overall record?
We just have to build from our mistakes, build from our weak points, and I think everything will be fine. From my standpoint, I think that we just have to work more harder in practice than we did last year and just be more humble.
You guys obviously had a lot of talent on the defensive side of the football last year. You had Jackson at the safety position. You had Griggs at the linebacker, kind of a hybrid guy. So how do you fill those guys' holes on the defensive side, and who are some of the guys on defense that are going to be stepping into bigger roles?
I think, as Trey and Mike Kelly, we just have to fill their positions, and I think Diamond Towns is going to fill Trey's spot, and I think that he's just going to have to, learn how to have Trey's energy. And I think for Michael, we're just going to have Jackson Savio. And I think they're just going to have to fill everybody's position nicely and just keep doing what we're doing from the defense perspective.
In your eyes, what's the biggest key to having a successful season as a Bulldog program?
We just have to take every team. We can't take every team lightly, because last year we took a lot of teams lightly. And, we were just the underdog. So I think this year we just have to take teams straight head on, and we just have to work hard.
Tell me about what you guys are doing on the defensive side of the football. Who are some of the guys that are going to be taking big steps this year?
We just want to fly around the ball, get to the ball, hit hard. And then some big players, I think, are going to be Roy Ayers and Joyan Freeman at the end, Travell Witt at corner, Ivan Upshaw at safety, and those are some pretty big players we're going to have this year.
7-4 season, that's a pretty good record. Most people will be happy with that. I know you guys are not at New Haven. How does that motivate you guys heading into this season?
We got a lot of things to play for this year. Obviously you said we're not satisfied with the 7-4 record. We want to win games. We want to do what we know we can do, because we haven't lived up to our potential the past couple years for sure, and that's something for us to build on.
For you guys, what's the biggest key in practice? What's the biggest key leading up to the 2016 season that you guys are focusing on?
Discipline, hard work, and knowing what we have to do to get the job done for sure.
In your eyes, what's going to be the biggest surprise people don't know about this New Haven football team heading into 2016?
What can I say?
Is there one? What did you like in the offseason that people didn't see?
Our line is a lot bigger. We've gotten a lot bigger, our O-line. So if we can improve and we keep building on what our O-line is, they're going to be something like wow. Okay,
Jim Rowland, head coach of New Haven, joining us now. And Coach, 7-4, a lot of people are happy with that. It's a good season, but I know you guys want more at New Haven. What do you do to improve upon last season? What are the keys to getting better in 2016?
Well, the thing about New Haven is talent is not the issue. The issue for us is chemistry and becoming a team. We got kids coming from all areas of Fort Wayne. The Harding area closed, and those kids are coming to New Haven. So we've really spent a lot of time building team chemistry and coaching and teaching what a teammate, being a good teammate is. And I think that's going to pay dividends. I hope it's going to pay dividends this year.
Offensive skill position, it looks like you guys are fairly well set. at the quarterback and running back position with Keshawn and Nishan.
Yeah, we have Keshawn Moore and Nishan Jones back. Keshawn threw for 1,700 yards last year, and Nishan ran for a little under 13. Both 3-year starters for us. Our entire offensive line comes back from a year ago, so they should be a year more mature and a year stronger. And then we really had a lot of loss at wide receiver, but I really like what I've seen so far. We're about 8 deep at wide receiver this year. We're going to do a lot of rotating, keeping guys fresh. So offensively, I'm real happy with where we are right now. Defensively, graduation hit us a little bit harder. We have 5 returning starters, but we got a lot of young kids that have been competing this year, and I like what I've seen so far.
When you take a look at what you have defensively, obviously you got to replace Griggs, you got to replace Jackson. I mean, those are college football players. So how do you go about that defensively, and what are some of the keys to having the type of defensive unit you need to compete for a Northeast State title?
Yeah, you can't replace guys like that. I mean, Trey Jackson and Michael Griggs are whales of players. Outside linebacker right now is where we're probably focusing most on, because that's where we're hurting the most. It's a very difficult position in a 3-4 defense. We've got a couple of guys there that we think can get the job done, but it's a learning process. And then we moved Diamond Towns from actually defensive line. He lost a bunch of weight. He's very athletic. We moved him to safety this year, and so we kind of see him being the same kind of player as Trey. But Trey was a 3-year starter, and just playing that position 3 years makes a big difference. So really right now it's just the mental game and learning how to read from that position, which is a little bit different than where he was last year.
What's the focus for you guys? If there's one focal point leading up to August 19th, what is it for New Haven?
Team. That's the focus for the entire summer, is just becoming a one cohesive unit, one team, or with one goal, and that's just really what we feel is what we're lacking. You know, when we play the East Nobles and the Leos, and you look at our losses last year, Belmont and Dwanger, and that was talent-wise, I don't feel like they out-talented us, but they were more disciplined, they played together. We were just a group of individuals last year, and so that's our focus.